KandiShow episode 9. Today's March 29th, 2021. It is 1:17 p.m. All right, so do you want to do Lil Nas X first, or?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's just go right in.
So we're going to go right in. The big
We
topic.
didn't even introduce ourselves.
Oh,
though.
shit. So my name's Vinnie.
I'm Alec. We're brothers.
Yeah, so the big topic that people have been talking about is this Lil Nas X. First and foremost, a couple days before he dropped this music video, which I don't even know the name. I don't care to know the name, to be completely honest. Do we have the name? Montero?
Call
me
you by my name.
Montero.
By your name.
Some Satan worshiper stuff that's not acceptable. And then a couple days later, he announced some deal with Nike.
Nike just came against it, saying it's not their shoe.
It's not their shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't
so
approve
the
of
video said it was a Nike shoe,
Mm-hmm.
and it was numbered 666, which is weird. There's only gonna be 666 of them made, and that's the last time I'm gonna say those numbers in a row like that. And also on top of that, there was blood in the shoes, which is really weird as well.
Yeah.
On top of like Machine Gun Kelly having Megan Fox's blood in his necklace, which is really weird too. But anyway, what's your take on it?
I mean, my initial take, it's weird, you know. The music video, he's grinding on Satan and doing a bunch of shit, you know. It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even watch the music video. I've just seen the clips. It's been a trending topic the last week or something?
Week or so, yeah.
If that.
I think, I don't know if the music video usually come out like Friday, but I feel like it came out a couple days before, like a Wednesday or something. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
And then the shoes came out a couple days later.
I wonder if the
week.
shoe thing is real.
So you're saying Nike came out and said it wasn't Nike?
Yeah, it's not their shoe, but I think what they're doing is they're taking whatever that base shoe and customizing it and then releasing it themselves. I don't know if
So
it's
who's
even
making
a real
the shoe
thing.
then?
I forget. It's some little brand.
Okay.
If it's real. I don't know if it's real. It just might be a marketing thing.
The shoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the shoe's real.
Nonetheless, they're pushing the 666 thing, the
Right.
Satan thing. He's grinding on Satan in like a weird like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion way.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they said grinding, I thought they meant like dancing up on, not like riding him like backwards, like a
Oh no, like a legit
legit getting
dance.
it in, yeah. Cowgirl type stuff.
Right.
So that was weird. The crazy thing about this was it got a lot of people in an uproar. You know, people on Facebook, and one of my best friends who I play Xbox with, he was in an uproar about it yesterday.
Was
To the point where he sent me a text wanting to join child trafficking, like a free thing. Yeah, let me pull what that's uproar called. He wants but he kept going on for it. He he don't know really what to say about it. Operation Underground Railroad. He sent me. Yeah, like helps child trafficking. So the point was it stemmed this evil thing and got people real in their positive bag to the point where people were posting stuff on Facebook and, you know, acting woke. The thing is this though, you know, with the 666, people just haven't been paying attention. You know, I could have told you guys this 7, 8, 9 years ago. I mean, even some of the biggest artists we like, from Drake, from the Six, but his biggest tour was 666. You know, that was his biggest tour. That tour was, but he just covered it up with From the Six. You know, Jay-Z had a whole album called Lucifer. You know, one of the main songs was called Lucifer. You know, Jehovah is another word for Satan or something. I forget the breakdown, but I mean, these are just two of the biggest artists, Jay-Z and Drake, who have pushed, you know, the devil and Satan numbers and stuff like that. But and then I was even watching this QAnon thing, and this ties into the Lil Nas X thing. But this QAnon documentary, a 6-part series on HBO, and I guess the QAnon thing, which I heard about for the last year or so, and I guess it's been since 2017. You know, a lot of the Trump supporters. It was basically like the woke Trump supporters. You know,
it was the conspiracy theory Trump supporters.
It was the woke, the Trump people who believe like
anti-vaxxers,
Hillary Clinton and them were worshiping babies and blood sacrifice, and that's why I'm kind of tying them in together. And but like I watched the show, and I'm like, you guys are hillbillies who want to act smart. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys are, first off, they feel like they're making an impact, you know, but they're not. You know, just because you're posting something on Facebook looking woke doesn't really matter if you can't make a real impact in real life.
Yeah.
You know, you're not even comfortable in your own skin, so you're not even comfortable around your own kids. I come around these people's kids, and the kids feel uncomfortable. Why? Because the parents are uncomfortable. These same parents are acting woke on Facebook like they're saying something. You don't even drink enough water or get enough sleep, let alone your diet's not right and you're not in shape and you're taking too much medicine or drinking too much. So it doesn't really matter what you say on Facebook, or you go to the QAnon rally and post something. You guys aren't healthy. Your chakras aren't aligned. The real shit is metaphysics. Is your real vibration. It starts from within. So, and the reason I wanted to bring that up is that energy that Lil Nas X is really putting out doesn't matter unless you give it energy. So it doesn't matter. So, anyway.
Yeah, well, so what I saw here, can you look at your screen real quick? Because Lil Nas X he posted this on TikTok the other day. Here, let me see if I can find it. And this is to combat it. So this is what he's saying. He's just kind of nodding and agreeing with this tweet, which says Lil Nas X music video literally portrayed the fact that he isn't bothered with the idea of going to hell if that means he gets to accept who he is and his sexuality. So, like, basically he's saying how everyone thinks all gays are going to hell and things like that. And he's kind of combating that. He's like, yeah, I'm gay, so if I got to go to hell, I'm going to go to hell. It's like he's like, I don't know what term I'm trying to look
double
for.
Double downing on it all.
Yeah, he's just kind of playing with it, you know. He's
and
like,
that's fine.
You know, and combating Christianity almost, like, you know, because, I mean, it's against the Bible to be homosexual. So he's like, yeah, I mean, if I have to be sent to hell to be gay, I think that's what he's trying to say he's portraying in the music.
So he's almost trolling in his own way.
Yeah, he's kind of trolling Christians and stuff, you know, and that's like a pop culture thing now. Like a lot of people in my age group and maybe a little older, from like, you know, young, like 16 to 27 maybe, like pushing the satanic thing and pushing devil and stuff. It's like kind of a cool thing right now, you know? Like I see a lot of girls with demonic things representing, and like these, and back in the day that wouldn't have been accepted, but right now there's a heavy push towards that, you know? And it's probably a lot of it's due to the push of these type of things in mainstream media, you know. Like you said, all the biggest artists kind of have that push and that wave, you know. Right. So this might be him fighting against Christians and against the social norms and, like, you know, people to accept his sexuality. But, like, again, he is a mainstream artist that appeared out of nowhere, and he is still pushing this devil narrative. I guess he does kill Satan in the music video.
Okay, good. He like takes his place, and then he's Satan.
Is that what he does?
I saw the end of it. Yeah.
Okay.
He like takes his head off or something and gets in the seat, and he's like the king.
I couldn't even click on it.
Like he kinged Satan. Okay. But and to add on what you're saying, you know, the problem is this. And again, if you look into any of the stuff back in the day, I mean, the music industry has always been pushing dark. At the end of the day, it's dark versus light. They've always pushing darkness, whether it's drugs, and Future's biggest song was Percocets, Molly Percocets. You know, whether it's being derogatory to women or you know, pushing the drug culture in general and killing each other, and then people are getting killed. It's always been pushing this dark energy, but that's the business, you know. So but the point is, even with this, even if you're trolling, it's still programming. It's video programming. So whether it's my 6-year-old or a 12-year-old, you know, it's still programming, and you don't know where that programming might take someone, and that's the problem. So it might be a troll. We're grown, so we know how to decipher. We know how we have a filter, but not everyone has a filter. So we don't know what that darkness programs into the mind, and that's the dangerous thing. Especially
when it gets this much positive feedback too. Like people
it gets this much feedback.
Right, yeah. And then when people see things are getting attention, most people want love and attention, so they'll mimic that.
Exactly.
You know? So that's what the issue with this is like, you know, kids will probably look up to Lil Nas X. You're saying you've seen more of the contradictory push on the other side, like people pushing against this music video and stuff.
Well, I saw it. I mean, you just mentioned the one thing. I'm not on social media right now, but
so
you mentioned that.
Yeah, I've seen more support towards Lil Nas X and like pushing.
I don't want to say who, but you told me someone in the car, you know, posted it on their thing.
Yeah.
Family member.
Okay. Yeah.
Posted it on, you know.
Yeah, but I've seen more. That's one example. Yeah. But for the most part in TikTok and things, I've seen more supportive things, and people like that he's trolling Christianity and things, you know.
Okay.
And it's a statistic. Like, more people are going towards being atheists and against religion, you know, the further on we go. So.
And again, it's even what you said too about the monogamous thing. You said a lot of kids are doing that now. Remember I brought up Sean O'Malley.
Oh yeah, the open relationships.
The thing is, again, and that's the issue with all this. It's if it's good versus evil or dark versus light, whatever you want to call it, it's pushing through the opposite of having honor, having character, having integrity with one person. It's pushing to all these things that make you hollow. And in that, you can't make a real presence anyway, because your character's hollow and your energy's hollow and your chakras aren't aligned because you're unhealthy and don't get enough sleep.
Right.
But and the only other thing I'm going to say with this was the Lil Nas X. I lost track of what I was going to say, but
well, I have another point to make.
Go for it.
Like both of us understand the push against Christianity and things, because there are a lot of dogmas that are associated with religion, you know. But at the same time, there are some basic principles that are established that have continued through human history that have gotten us to this point.
Sure.
So yes, of course, there's a lot of negatives that reside from those past beliefs and in religions, but at a certain point you're taking it too far. Just because there's certain dogmas in religion doesn't mean all the basic principles of it are negative, you know? And I think we're at this point right now where the pendulum swings almost a little too far, a little too away from
too dark,
home, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, yeah, we should be more accepting of people if they feel a certain way, whatever it might be. But at the same time, like, pushing against monogamy and basic human principles that have gotten us to this advanced society that we're at, you know, that's the basic fundamentals of our society and what's helping us advance, you know? And the pushing away, like, you know, and we could go deep into the negative push towards men and toxic masculinity and just going against the basic human principles that have been established, even genders. Like, now they're saying genders are fluid. We're going so far from baseline that we're just too far in a point. And I believe we will come back to a little bit more of a centered line. But at this point in time, we've just swung way too far, you know. Right. And hopefully we can get back to those basic principles, because if not, you know, it's going to be a negative turn, you know.
And that's well put. You know, I don't really got much to say else on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, every religion it's a good versus evil story.
Right.
All the religion.
And like,
and they're pushing the principles for the light to portray over the darkness.
Exactly.
And stuff like this is dark, trying to overshadow the light. Yeah. And that, to bring this all full circle, that's why the real thing now is to build the light within. It's all within us, and then we have the light. You know, it's what the Star Wars was saying. You have the lightsaber. You have the forces with you. That's why I want to do Jedi Jiu-Jitsu. That's why it's so important to me, because it's about putting the green out into the air, into the world, or the light out into the world. Instead, the red, the dark, is trying to overcome the light. Yeah. But it's our job to carry the light. But anyway.
Did you see? I saw Joe Budden.
Get Lil Nas X on my thing, please. And he made some video on his YouTube too, like apologizing for the shoe. We just pulled it up from a day ago, and it goes for like, oh, so I hear everyone upset about the shoe, and then goes right to the music video of him like twerking on Satan.
Yeah. Oh, wait, so here's Nick Young. He tweeted, "My kids will never play Old Town Road again. I'm still debating about wearing Nike after this Nike a drop of blood for real." And then he apologized for it and said he got hacked. I mean, he just probably got a lot of hate for that initial tweet. But then he's talking about, look, y'all can beef with the devil if y'all want. I was hacked in the name of Jesus. I don't want no smoke. I'm going to say it first. I'm sorry, Lil Nas X. I hope y'all believe in that kind of thing, forgiveness. These hackers keep getting, like, you know, I think he posted that, got a lot of hate, and then made up a story about him getting hacked.
If you go against him, then all the, you know.
Yeah.
LBGT, you know,
well,
whatever.
Just they
use that against you. Only hate him because he's, you know,
right,
gay, blah blah blah. Like, so he has this backing that really you can't even attack him.
And
I can attack him if he's selling shoes with blood and put him 666 on it. That's not good. That's
and
dark.
It's like, if you're falling under a certain category at this point in time, like if you're gay or under a certain sexual orientation or anything in that matter, right now you're like unattackable. Right. So no matter what you say, even if there is an argument against it, you can't say that, because then you know, add all the titles that you want, are homophobic, whatever it might be, you know. Right. But
that's funny. Yeah, Nick Young definitely got hate and just brought that
and then
back. He should
made up that he got hacked. Yeah,
that's funny.
But I'm happy that Nike came out against it.
I hope so, because he even said that was the same thing that Nick Young said. Nick Hornbeck said that too. He's like, Nike, that's the kind of stuff that'll make me never buy Nike again.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I would never buy Nike again.
But so it's not Nike though.
It's not Nike.
Okay. So we'll see how this all pans out. And maybe it was, you know, nowadays it was probably a part of the marketing scene to push his video even more.
Oh, it was, yeah.
You know?
100%.
Right. And even to the point where that Machine Gun Kelly video we saw, again, it's back to that programming. If Machine Gun Kelly puts fight, and punching dudes in the street, it's just not good programming at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So Chance the Rapper won't do that stuff, but then Chance the Rapper gets all the hate in the world. Chance the Rapper talks about marriage and positive thing and talks about God, but he gets hated. And the kids now talk shit about Chance.
Right.
But
same with Russ. When Russ was coming out against everyone pushing the popping pills and the zanies and everything, fuck Russ was a trending hashtag.
Thing, which we know. Again,
hating on Russ was the biggest thing. Like, you know, you should be pushing against kids becoming drug addicts. And the fact that people, like, can't conceptualize that, it doesn't make sense to me, you know. But people just need to grow up.
They're poisoned by the darkness and don't know the difference.
Yeah.
The delusional. But all right, that's it with the Lil Nas X. Yeah. All right, so let's do. You want to bring Hendrix on now or get into sports?
Yeah, let's bring. You want to get on?
You want to go now? All right, let's get okay. You want to put him on your side and I'll ask him the questions?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Go with Alec on this. So I'm gonna bring Hendrix one to come over today. He hasn't been here since the first podcast, so we didn't have him on the first one, but just make sure he talks into the mic.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna ask him a couple questions. We're gonna look at the 6-year-old corner, what's happening in the 6-year-old streets. So Hendrix, so what is your favorite Fortnite skin right now?
The foundation.
Foundation? And tell them about the foundation. Who's going to be under the foundation screen? Make sure you're talking to the mic.
The Rock.
The Rock? How did you know it was going to be The Rock? 'Cause it was kind of a secret, right?
Yeah, it's a secret voice message.
Right? And what was on his body that made you think you knew it was The Rock?
The tattoo.
The tattoo?
He had his shoulder tattoo, right?
And did he post something on Instagram?
Hmm?
Didn't he post something on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a skin you don't have. What are your 3 favorite skins that you have right now on Fortnite?
I do have.
Yeah, that you do have. Not the ones you want, because the foundation's the one you want. You don't have the foundation yet.
3 favorite that you use right now.
I use right now.
Yeah.
Spider Assassin.
Spider Assassin. Okay, what's another one?
Iron Man.
Iron Man, and one more.
Thor.
And then what's your favorite weapon in, let's do just season 6, the new season. What's your favorite weapon you've been using?
In the new season. The Primal Shotgun.
Primal Shotgun? That's been knocking people? Nice. All right. Let's do, so who are your 3 favorite rappers on Spotify right now? You can tell them.
Ellie Chopper.
And Ali Choppa. Okay. Who else?
Lil Mosey.
Lil Mosey. Okay. And who's your 3rd favorite?
Blueberry.
Who? Blueberry's the song, but who's your other favorite artist?
Who sings Blueberry?
Doesn't Lil Mosey sing Blueberry?
No, I'm talking about the rapper.
Oh, there's a rapper named Blueberry? Oh, Blueface.
Yeah, Blueface.
Blueface, yeah, okay. So, and then what's your favorite song right now on Spotify?
Spotify.
Your favorite song, just of all songs right now?
Stargaze.
Stargaze? Who sings Stargaze?
Travis.
Travis? Okay,
Travis
Travis
Scott.
Scott. Travis Scott's one of his favorite right now.
Yeah,
but
you just got a Travis Scott hat. What else did he get?
A shirt.
Sure.
Yeah.
We wore that to Meow Wolf the other night. He had his Travis Scott shirt on his hat. He was rocking, ready to roll. And then the other one. So when does what's the new movie we're excited for that's coming out?
Godzilla vs. Kong.
When's it come out?
March 31st.
And it got pushed back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When was it supposed to come out?
It was supposed to come out the 24th.
24th.
And they skipped it back to the 31st.
Okay, cool. Now, who are we taking? Is it we going with King Kong or Godzilla? Is there a line in Vegas? Can we bet it or? Oh, you got Godzilla? Okay. Al, who you think? King Kong or Godzilla?
I get Godzilla.
You got Godzilla too? You know what I'm going with? I'm going with a tie. There's going to be some kind of destruction and then they both disappear. They have to. There's no way they can pick a
Yeah,
winner.
sure.
I mean, come on. I don't know how you could pick a winner. They're going with Godzilla. I'm going with a draw. All right, that's all we really had, Hendrix, right? You got anything else to say?
Remember?
What?
Early this morning.
What?
Emo.
Emo?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite emo right now? Sorry, we went back to Fortnite. He wants to tell me his favorite emo. What's your favorite emo?
Ryu's Dance.
Oh, Ryu's Dance. Yeah, but you don't have that one yet, right? Okay. What's your favorite one that you do have? The emo is in Fortnite. If you don't know, the one where they're doing their little dance, and that's where they made this popular. Emo. Blah blah blah. The emo's the dance, basically. What's your favorite emote that you do have on Fortnite?
I do have.
You like the loser dance?
The L? Will you do the L
Take
for us?
the L.
You want to do the L for us real quick? Take the L. Hey! All right, baby. Say bye. Say bye to the people. Bye.
Can you say like and subscribe?
Oh, yeah. Tell them.
Like and subscribe.
What else? Hit the chime button.
Notifications.
Yeah.
Notifications.
Notifications. Yeah. Where should they find us at? Where are we on now? Remember?
Instagram, Spotify.
Instagram, Spotify.
Yeah.
Apple Music. TikTok.
Yeah. What's the podcast called?
KandiShow.
Yeah. All right. Love you, baby. Come sit over here now. Good job.
Same, bro. What a man.
Good job, buddy. Good job. Alrighty, so we just want to throw it on there. We went a little the dark, serious, and bring him on anyway. He asked to come today. He usually doesn't want to come, so we figured we'd get him on. All right, let's get into. We usually start with sports, but let's get into some sports stuff now. Tonight is the Elite Eight. The Elite Eight starts tonight. The Sweet 16 just ended this weekend. So unfortunately, the 5 bets Alec had are all done. No. We really got screwed with everything being in that bracket with Gonzaga. Gonzaga is just playing at a high level. Yeah. Honestly, I should have just had him put 250 on whatever the Gonzaga was, but he didn't.
Yeah, but with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You made that comment too last time when we talked about it. You're like, what's the point? But the point is they might win anyway. So that 250, that's not would have been some. Yeah. But so now we're down with the Elite Eight. We got Gonzaga versus USC. We have Baylor versus Arkansas. We have UCLA versus Michigan, and then we have Oregon State versus Houston. So the coolest thing, to be honest with, he lived in LA his whole life. I was connected to LA. I went to the UCLA basketball camp. Not only did I go to the UCLA basketball camp, where it was one where you slept at for 3 nights. The head coach there is Mick Cronin, who was the head coach at the University of Cincinnati for 10 years. So I love Mick Cronin. So I loved when he came to UCLA. But we have UCLA and USC, both in the Elite Eight, which is pretty awesome. 2 LA teams. LA's been killing it in general, though. This was from when the Lakers won the championship, the Dodgers won the World Series. What was the other one? Dodgers. There was another LA thing. LA, Dodgers. Well, nonetheless, now we have USC, UCLA in the Elite Eight, so they've been killing it. Not only that, the Pac-12 has 3 of the 8 teams in the Pac-12. So, and everyone talks shit about the Pac-12 all year, and they always talk shit about the Pac-12 like they're soft, but just really because no one watches them because they start so late. But only thing much on the Elite Eight tonight. We got tonight is Baylor versus Arkansas. I think Baylor's like -7. And then the other one is Houston versus Oregon State, or Houston's -8. The only thing still with the brackets, I did pick Gonzaga to beat Baylor. I still have my ticket with Gonzaga. The funny thing is, I didn't tell you this yet. I have Gonzaga left in my tickets in USC. I have my highest odd ones, and the only team left is USC was the one I only put 20 on it at 60-1. So my worst that you would have thought based on odds, I only put 20 on it, and my best, and now play each other in the Elite Eight.
Have you checked what the odds are looking like right now?
Yeah, that's the last thing I'm going to say on it, too. So
is there anything worth even putting? Because Gonzaga's probably just gonna
maybe
win it
Baylor, but it's only like 3-1.
Yeah, now I don't even feel comfy doing it.
Yeah. Let me pull this up real quick. I'm pulling up the futures for college basketball right now. Give me a second. This is the odds on William Hill right now. But I mean, again, and here's the thing too. I placed a Gonzaga bet November 28th. And then threw like money on 8 different teams. I mean, my biggest bet was on Gonzaga. I had 200 on them, but then I threw 300 on other silly teams just in case. But I remember even thinking when I did place a Gonzaga bet, when I originally placed, I was like, I won't need anything else because they're so good. But I got suckered into my own sense of wanting to bet other stuff. Gonzaga's +120, Baylor's +300, Michigan +450, Houston +600, 6-1. And then everything else is USC 15-1, Arkansas 16-1, and then
I might throw 100 on UCLA.
UCLA's 28-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. UCLA and Oregon State are 28-1. But
I'd love it if they just took it all now. I mean, I want you to win your bracket.
Yeah.
But
well, that's the thing. So if Gonzaga wins it all, I'll collect $1,300, and on top of that, his pool with his buddies. It was like $50 buy-in. There's like 13 people. So I mean, I don't know if winner takes all, but
winner takes
all. So it's like $600, 12 times, $650 or something plus the 50 I got back. But so call it 600. So I'd win 1,300, collect that, and 600 with that. And that's just Gonzaga versus Baylor. No one else, surprisingly, has Gonzaga winning in that league.
Yeah.
Like the other one, the bigger one with Jay and them. There's a lot of people with Gonzaga, and I only have 2 Final Fours left. A lot of people, some people still, and that was the other thing I want to say too. Of all the upsets that happened, it looks like it could still be 3 1 seeds and a 2 seed in the Final Four. 1 Gonzaga, 1 Michigan, that they would play each other, Gonzaga, Michigan. The other side would be 1 Baylor versus 2 Houston.
Honestly, as long as Michigan doesn't win, I'll be happy.
Yeah, they won't. They have to play UCLA. They might beat UCLA because they're bigger, but they'll get ran out the gym by Gonzaga.
Okay, good.
So Gonzaga's going to run everybody out the gym, except, again, the Gonzaga-Baylor matchup. That's the funnest matchup. So, anyway, it looks like
I hate it when it pans out like that.
I know.
The 2 favorites end up being at the end.
And you called me a sucker for it, but it looks like they just were the teams. And I should have known, too, when William Hill had a bet, it was like Gonzaga or Baylor wins it all or anyone else. And it was like pick 'em basically, like minus. And I think it even got up to like minus 125 Baylor or Gonzaga, and it was like plus 105 for the rest.
The thing is with college sports, especially basketball, it isn't that consistent.
Yeah,
but
sometimes there is upset, but this time, and again, it wasn't consistent this year either.
Well,
there was a lot of
15s.
15 beat Ohio State, 15 the same team beat Ohio State, beat Florida. There was a lot of big upsets, but it's showing that these 2 teams who we thought might have been the cream of the crop might just be the cream of the crop. So again, we'll see what happens the next 2 days. By next week. We will actually be talking about the championship next Monday because it'll be that night. Yeah, it'll be that night. Final Four will be next Saturday. Wow. The championship will be the next night we're recording, next Monday night.
So final prediction, who's the
I guess same. Gonzaga Baylor. Gonzaga wins 76-70. That's what I had, and I'm gonna stick with it. So and I'll collect almost 2 G's. I'll take that.
Yeah,
from your buddies from your buddies in Gonzaga. So let's get that. All right, that's it for college basketball. Let's do just some of the quick little NBA stuff. So NBA free agency happened last week. I'm just going to go run down a couple of them. And the big ones were Victor Oladipo to the Heat. The Heat have been right there anyway, and I do think it's a good fit for him. We'll see if he's been banged up the last couple of years. I mean, 3 years ago he was an all-star, almost an all-pro, but hasn't really been able to get to form. We'll see how that pans out. Nikola Vucevic to the Bulls, who he was an all-star for Orlando this year. He joined Chicago with Zach LaVine. So the East is weak, so we'll see how that goes. Some of the ones I did like a lot. We're not going to stay too long on this, but Norman Powell to the Blazers. The Blazers traded Gary Trent and Rodney Hood to Toronto for Norman Powell. Norman Powell, first game with Portland, dropped 22 points. And I think that they needed a man like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum needed another like man there to step up. Everyone else was like either deferred to Dame and CJ too much. I think that's just really it. It didn't really have the balls. And I really think Norman Powell brings them something they needed. Even when the Blazers got Robert Covington in the offseason, they thought he might do that. But Robert Covington's a little bit soft. But now they have Powell and Covington, which I think will be interesting. So we'll see. The other 3, J.J. Redick to the Mavs, give Luka Doncic a shooter, spread him out. And they lost Seth Curry this offseason, which really ended up being a big hit because Seth Curry kind of spread the floor for Mavericks, opened it up. So J.J. Redick will do that part. Last night, Aaron Gordon played his first game on the Nuggets. They got Aaron Gordon from Orlando, and they got JaVale McGee because they needed a center present. Because as good as Nikola Jokic is, he's not for a big guy, he doesn't guard the rim. So now they got JaVale McGee and Aaron Gordon. So I'm interested to see what that does for the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon had like 13 points last night. He had like an interview after the game and just said we basically have all the tools. We'll see how this all works out. He's good because Jokic is a passing big man. So and Aaron Gordon's like a great cutting guy. So with Jamal Murray and these guys to spread out the court and Michael Porter. The other one that I didn't even tell you, and I waited to tell you this one because I didn't know if you even paid attention. But the Los Angeles Clippers traded Lou Williams to the Atlanta Hawks for Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo's on the Clippers now with Kawhi and Paul George.
Oh, damn.
I didn't text you because I didn't want to tell you until the podcast. I text Chris and Jaden. I was like, you heard it here first. Rondo, back-to-back champ.
Wow.
Because he's on the Lakers last year.
Yeah.
Went to the Hawks. The Hawks were willing to pay him. And it wasn't where he was. I saw him in that game, too. He only came in for a couple of minutes because they have Trae Young there. So they were trying to build Trae Young. But so Clippers got rid of Lou Williams and got Rondo back. So now Rondo will be on the Clippers run this playoffs.
Damn.
That's great.
So what's happening with Lou Will? He's just going
to go to the Hawks, yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll give him some scoring off the bench. He kind of fits that team better anyway because they're run and gun. He wasn't working for the Clippers because he can't play defense in the playoffs. And Kawhi and Paul George need the ball too much, and they needed a point guard because their point guard's Patrick Beverly. But he's just a defensive scrapper. He's not really like a point guard set you up kind of thing.
Right.
So Rondo's going to give him some good playoff minutes for sure.
I'm sure he's happy to be back in LA.
In LA, yeah. I hope he didn't sell his place or whatever he was renting, or who knows. But Rondo was the third best player in the Lakers last year in that playoff run. It was LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Rondo. Rondo had some big moments. So if he could do that for the Clippers, and I'm calling it here first anyway. I've been saying Clippers versus Bucks anyway. But
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be Clippers gonna be the champs. It's gonna be Clippers probably versus Nets. But I got Clippers winning it all. Lakers aren't healthy, so we don't know. You can't even take the Lakers right now. But Clippers versus the Nets. Rondo, Kawhi, Paul George, Serge Ibaka versus Harden, Kyrie, Durant. And that's the other thing we're talking about. Blake Griffin there now, and then LaMarcus Aldridge just signed there too.
Yeah.
If this team was 4 years ago, you would have thought it was the starting all-star team.
Right.
Blake Griffin, Aldridge, Harden, Durant, Kyrie. That team's disgusting. But we'll see when people put their elbows in their in their chest and gets real gritty. Really, the funny thing is they look like the Houston Rockets, and everyone used to talk shit about the Houston Rockets when Harden was there, but they're playing like the same team, but they do got some real star power. So anyway, that's all I really have on the NBA stuff.
Mountain Dew, sponsor us.
Yeah, Mountain Dew.
Please.
We're gonna get that sponsor. I'm just gonna keep drinking on here until it's inevitable. Put on the worth. All right, so do you want to go? Let's do either some of the UFC prediction stuff, or do you want to talk about a little bit, just the little things from the Jake Paul, Ben Askren?
Let's wait for that till after.
Wait for Jake Paul, Ben Askren?
Yeah, you want to do the Bellator or the UFC
Let's
first?
do Bellator first.
Okay.
We always do UFC.
Cool.
So we're going to do some of the Bellator. So Bellator 256, 257, and now we're going to do 258 all in one. Originally, Yoel Romero, and Anthony Johnson were going to be on 257, but they pushed him back to 258. And we did a little thing about this a while ago, but this is that light heavyweight Grand Prix, 8-man, 205-pound tournament, and it's legit as can be. So the first one is April 9th. That's Bellator 256, headlined by Ryan Bader and Lyoto Machida. They actually fought before. This is a rematch. They actually fought before in UFC, and Machida knocked out Bader. But that was when Machida was in his prime, and Bader was still kind of a big oof. But Bader's made a nice push in Bellator. But Bader's minus 325.
Oh, really?
Machida's plus 265.
That seems about right.
And then let me give out the odds on the other ones. The other one, the co-main in that one, is Corey Anderson, which he was one of the guys who wasn't like losing in the UFC. He was number 4 lightweight. He was number 4 light heavyweight in the UFC, ranked number 4, just left. Felt like he wasn't getting opportunities or something. He just left. So he was like one of the guys who didn't lose because he's an old name and blah, 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 kept losing. So Corey Anderson is fighting, let me try to pronounce his name, Davletashan Yagshimuradov. Davletashan Yagshimuradov.
Is that on this card right here?
That's go down.
Huh. Are you sure that's not 257?
Pull up best fight odds real quick. Can you do that or?
Yeah.
Pull up best fight odds. That's where I was looking at this stuff. Unless I got moved too. But let's check and then we'll give our predictions. He's pulled up bestfightodds.com.
Let's see.
If you just do best fight odds, yeah. Go to click on the actual main page, the top. No, the top best fight odds. Let's scroll down. Oh, we skipped over that too. That's when the Eddie Alvarez thing, by the way, on one. But anyway, go down. Oh yeah, Bader Machida. So it looks like they moved that one back.
Guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it would probably be on the website now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, I guess it's just Bader Machida. When I just wrote it down, this was like 5 days ago. It was on there, but they did move some stuff around. So yeah, that's not on there. So we just got Bader Machida, and what was the other one? Liz Carmouche, the old UFC fought. She fought Ronda Rousey.
And Vanessa Porto. They didn't even have a photo for her. Damn.
So you want me to go over all the Bellator ones that we're gonna go over first?
Let's do the prediction for this fight. Yeah.
So you go first. What you got? Ryan Bader.
I have
Machida.
Ryan Bader by decision.
Ryan Bader by decision.
Yeah. Lyoto Machida's on a 2-fight losing streak. I found, and his last one was against Chael Sonnen.
And he's old now, Machida.
He's old. Yeah.
What is he? 42.
Yeah, something like that. Ryan Bader's 37. He's coming off a TKO loss, but I still have Ryan Bader by decision.
Yeah, that was at heavyweight, I think. He lost his heavyweight belt. Now he's moved down to light
Yeah,
heavyweight.
to Vadim Nemkov.
He had both of them. But, oh, no. He lost. I think he lost to Vadim Nemkov at 205. He still has the heavyweight belt because Nemkov's in this tournament too.
Yeah, and then he had that eye poke against Chet Congo. I remember that when that happened. Yeah, but I have Ryan Bader by decision. I'm gonna go
Ryan Bader first round knockout.
Damn.
Yeah, Bader by first round knockout. Let's get it.
Damn. Yeah, he's 42. I have it in my notes right here. Lyoto Machida.
Go back to best fight odds. Scroll down a little bit. Keep going. Okay, Bellator, Nemkov versus Davis. So they mixed it. So that's what they did since that one got weak because they used Yoel Romero. So now Bellator 257 on April 16th, that's Phil Davis versus Vadim Nemkov. And that they moved Corey Anderson to that one versus Davleshazhan Yagashimaradov. Vadim Nemkov. He's a champ. Look at him. He's been busting people. He's the champ now at 205 in that division. But he's the lowest. He's the least amount named, too. But anyway, so Vadim Nemkov, what was that, minus 165? Yeah. Versus Phil Davis, who's fought everybody. Look at Phil Davis. I mean, at UFC, he was fighting everyone. People thought he was like a John Jones kind of come-up. He's won 3 in a row, though. TKO Liam McGarry, TKO Carl Robertson, beat Machida by split decision. If you go down, look even.
Yeah, he lost to Vadim Nemkov. This is a
split decision.
Yeah, he's actually only lost by decision.
Scroll down a little bit. Look even back here. Look in 2015 when he fought Bader, Glover Teixeira, Anthony Johnson. He beat Teixeira back then. Anthony Johnson, Machida, Vinnie Malahales.
He got beat by Anthony Johnson and Ryan Bader.
Yeah, but he beat Teixeira, beat Machida back then. Vinnie Malahales. Look at that. He
lost a lot of the big guys.
Rashada, but he beat Antonio Rogero Nogueira. He beat Alexander Gustafsson.
Damn.
He had some good wins back in the day. He was I remember when he was coming up, but anyway, he was one of the guys too left. He could have stayed at UFC a little bit longer too and just wanted to do his own thing, so and I think he just thought he could never beat John Jones. But so that one, so this is April 16th. So we got to write the stuff I wrote down has changed a little bit. So this is Vadim Nemkov minus 165 versus Phil Davis plus 145, and go to that best fight odds, and then that has Corey Anderson as the co-main event versus Davleshazhan Yagashimaradov. And that's minus Corey Anderson's minus 160, and Davleshazhan Yagashimaradov is plus 140. What are you picking with this fight? Both fights.
I have Nemkov by decision, and then I'm gonna take Corey Anderson by TKO, 3rd round TKO.
Okay. I want Corey Anderson, but I'm going two-tay parlay. I'm going Vadim Nemkov, and I think Vadim Nemkov is going to win. He's going to knock him out. I think he won by split decision last time, but hopefully this is probably 5 rounds. I don't know if last time they fought 5 rounds.
I don't think Phil Davis has ever been finished, so you think this is the first fight he'll be finished?
He's never been finished? Is that what it's looking
all
like?
5 losses were by split decision.
Because Phil doesn't take too many chances, and he does that. So, But I'm going Nemkov by knockout.
Damn.
But I'm going to go. I want Corey Anderson, but I can just see how this goes. He gets knocked out by this Yagashimaradov guy. I might go a Nemkov Yagashimaradov 2-team parlay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I would just, if I was betting the card, just Nemkov straight or Nemkov by decision.
All right, and then the last. Well, then that's it. We're doing for Bellator. Then we'll save we'll do the next one.
The 258.
Okay, go down to 258.
You want to save it in?
No, let's do it. Let's all Bellator together.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Might as well. 258. Anthony Johnson versus Yoel Romero. Minus 110. Basically even. It is even.
And that's with Archuleta Pettis as the main event, but it doesn't have odds on that yet.
Guess not.
Sergio Pettis versus Archuleta. That Anthony Johnson Yoel Romero fight, bro, is one of my favorite fights. Like coming up of all cards.
Oh, here it is.
Not just UFC. Juan Archuleta versus Sergio Pettis.
Yeah, that's the main event.
Versus 20-5 for the 135-pound champ.
Yeah.
I wish we had odds on that. And then they're co-main eventing it.
May 7th. Yeah,
it's and then they're co-main eventing it with Anthony Johnson and Yoel Romero. So,
should we start with Anthony Johnson? I feel like that should be I guess it's because it's a title fight.
That's why they moved it on here to give it hype for that fight. But they have to put the title fight.
Should we start with the Anthony Johnson fight?
Who you got in that? It's minus 110, minus 110.
It's a real hard one. That's an exciting fight. But I'm going to go Anthony Johnson by decision.
Wow. I'm going to go. The only reason I'm going this, I think it's a great fight. It's minus 110, minus 110. I think just because of activity, because Anthony Johnson hasn't fought in like 4 years. I think Yoel Romero wins this fight.
When's the last time he fought?
Anthony Johnson?
Yoel Romero.
Well, I mean, it can't be less than a year.
Yeah?
I think so. You
Yeah.
can pull it up as fights, but I mean, it hasn't been. I mean, it's definitely not Anthony Johnson's 4 years off.
Yeah.
But I'm going Yoel Romero I'm actually going to Yoel Romero by first round TKO.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be brutal.
That's how I feel. So
I remember when Anthony Johnson was in the UFC, everyone thought he was going to take over the division.
he was knocking out
and then-
everybody, but he couldn't beat Cormier. And Cormier beat him twice.
Right.
Cormier just kept taking him down.
And then he wasn't supposed to fight, right? He like took a job for
He
somebody.
got like an athletic trainer job or something. Just didn't want to fight anymore. But he was getting paid good too. So he probably got some nice paychecks. It was like, I just don't want to do this anymore.
How much could he get paid? Like maybe I don't know.
For athletic director? Or athletic trainer? Well, I'm saying he got paid a lot of money from some of his fights.
Right. Yeah.
And then just probably just lost the interest.
But I guess he got a nice little check. He's
Yeah.
probably getting a nice little check for this.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Couple $100,000.
It's gonna be a fun fight. That's a really
Yeah.
exciting fight.
Really exciting fight. I can't wait for that. That's May 7th. Let's go to the main event, even though we don't have
Yeah.
odds. It's Juan Archuleta defending his bantamweight is 135-pound title versus Sergio Pettis. Who you got?
I don't believe in the Pettis family,
Yeah.
and I don't even know who Juan Archuleta is. But I'm gonna go with Juan.
Juan Archuleta.
Yeah.
I got I'm going
I don't know.
Juan Archuleta by second round TKO.
Yeah. I can't even give you a specific, but I got Juan.
All right.
Cool.
That's our Bellator breakdowns.
256,
256,
257, and 258.
257 and 258. All right, that's good for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to save the till Vittori for next one, or do you want to talk about it?
When is that fight?
April 10th.
Let's save it.
Okay, we'll save that one.
Yeah.
All right. So the only other little things is we've been monitoring. We're like the Jake Paul Ben Askren mediators. But anyway, they just had their little pre-fight press conference. It was really exciting, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, also Ben Askren was on Food Truck Diary
Oh, really?
with Brendan Schaub. It
I
was
need
good.
to watch that.
Like 4 days ago.
What did you think of the press conference?
I enjoyed it.
Who do you think got the best hand? In
Jake
the
Paul killed it.
exchanges?
I mean, but he took it as a Jake
You really
Paul.
think so?
Yeah,
I
Jake-
thought he did terrible.
Jake Paul killed that.
No.
Yeah.
I disagree.
He took it as like a performance trying to be like Conor McGregor, but
Yeah, I think it was almost embarrassing.
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
little cringy. But
I was actually surprised how well Ben Askren did in
Yeah.
that scenario. I thought Ben Askren definitely won in the exchanges. of
Askren's
words.
composed, but Jake
Yeah.
Paul was, doing his Henry Cejudo, old
But
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, but it wasn't even good. It was all missing.
Yeah,
All
a
his
couple
little
of them
shots
were good.
missing.
A
Which
couple-
ones?
He said like one time Askren tried to make a joke, and Jake Paul was like, "Ben, repeat that joke again so everyone can laugh this time." That shit was funny, bro. I
Yeah.
was laughing.
He maybe got one off,
Yeah, he
but
wa-
for the most part, it was real cringy to
That
me.
was funny, bro. What up? Okay, hold on. We're almost done. But anyway, so that happened, and then they did some little like Askren put his hand in his face at the end, and then he turned, and Jake Paul pushed him. So they're gonna do a bunch of that leading up to the fight. I mean, I don't know. This is probably only press conference. I guess probably at the weigh-in,
Yeah.
they'll try to get extra.
I feel more comfortable with Ben Askren
Now?
after that press conference.
happy.
It was embarrassing. Like, I was expecting Jake Paul to roast him the whole time. He was
Yeah.
trying, but it was all missing. It was kind of embarrassing. He looked like a little boy up there.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be an exciting fight.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And the other thing that happened at the press conference too now, because the last one we did the predictions, Antonio Tarver was supposed to fight Frank Mir. He had to pull out. And now Frank Mir's fighting Steve Cunningham. Steve Cunningham is actually the last guy Antonio Tarver ever fought. The thing is, though, the thing that I thought Mir's advantage against Tarver was the fact that Tarver was 52 years old.
Right.
Cunningham's only 44.
Yeah.
Him and Mir are close in age. Now that, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
And he's like a long, rangy, athletic black dude. He's like, that's a little dangerous. So I hope they come out with odds for that. I'm not sure if we're going to get Mir versus Cunningham odds. I don't know if you can have odds for like exhibition. I don't know if it's considered exhibition, but anyway, so that was cool. And then they announced the lineup for all the entertainment. So isn't Taylor Hill that model who you love?
I don't know what you're talking
Little
about,
Taylor
to
Hill.
be
I
honest.
swear you love that model.
I have, like, no clue. What are you even talking about right now?
Taylor
As a
Hill.
fight card?
So anyway, the commentators for this Jake Paul Ben Askren guy now is Pete Davidson and model Taylor Hill. But
Taylor Hill.
yeah, but he's gonna pull it up real quick. I think he's got a little crush. But and then also
Is this a guy?
and then also they announced some of the. It's a dude, isn't it? I don't know.
No, it's not. It's a girl. Wait, there's no way.
It's a dude.
No, it's not. Hold up. Let me show you guys.
Taylor Hill model.
Is this really her?
I thought it was a dude.
I guess not. She's a commentator?
Yeah, I guess so. With Pete Davidson. Wow, I was actually trying to make that a joke. I swear it was gonna be a dude, and it wasn't. It's some girl. So anyway, so they announced Pete Davidson is commentating with Taylor Hill. Dude, maybe they're just trying to be cute. Do Taylor Hill guy. Do it.
No, it's not. That's her.
Yeah, and model boyfriend.
This is her boyfriend. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's a girl Taylor Hill and Pete Davidson commenting. That's really weird. Hope she knows some boxing or something. And then they announced some of the performances. Justin Bieber's performing. Doja Cat. So they got some big performances coming. Yeah, Justin Bieber's got.
That's some money right there.
That's some money right there. So there's a couple other ones too, but.
Has your opinion on the fight changed? Do you still have Ben Askren or?
Again, my heart is really with Ben Askren.
But do you think Jake Paul wins?
I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm more nervous about it now. Yeah.
Why?
I just start thinking like if Ben Askren just really can't box, and I know Jake Paul's taking it serious, and I just feel like I think Jake Paul can end the fight. Ben Askren can't.
You think Jake Paul can finish Ben Askren?
I think Jake Paul might have a little bit more force and intensity.
How big are those gloves? 16 ounces?
I think they're doing 10 ounces.
10 ounces?
Yeah. And Jake Paul's 23. He's young. I know he's taking it
Ben Askren
serious.
has a chance.
Ben Askren's 36.
You're falling into it, I think.
I'm not falling into anything. I'm still going to root for Ben Askren regardless.
If you can bet it, will you bet it?
If you do, I will.
I will, 100%.
Right,
if we can bet it at the casinos.
If you can, I'll throw a little hundo on it or something. You know,
yeah.
I've bet worse. So I'll throw 100 on just out of support. But
we honestly could have reacted to some of the highlights on that press conference.
They had some highlight reactions, but it was too late. That was when we have to get out.
Yeah, we missed it.
Type thing. But yeah, go Ben Askren. Where are we at time-wise?
We're at 46.
46. Do you have anything other things at the end?
I mean, our music, our choices.
Oh, yeah, good call, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so our favorite new music of the week. Let's let Al go first, see if he did new music or let's see.
Okay. I mean, I've been going with Jim Jones a lot, but I mean, if we're going by week basis, he has been putting out the best music videos and songs. So, first one, Jim Jones, A Monster Made It. The instrumental's crazy on that.
Is that a Harry Fraud something or is that something new?
I don't know who produced it.
Did the video just come out for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
last
it was from
week,
the Harry
maybe
Fraud.
Friday, Thursday.
I think it's from the Harry Fraud. But I could be wrong.
God damn, if it is,
I just assumed because the album just dropped a couple weeks ago, and then if the video comes out, it has to be from that same.
Yeah, it probably is. Jim Jones, A Monster Made It.
Okay.
That's my first.
I'm going to go with mine. My first one is I am going to do King Los dropped a 4-pack. He's one of my favorite rappers. He just raps about that high knowledge stuff that goes over people's head, but it just inspires me when he raps. And like I don't really get inspired that much from these rappers anymore, but when King Los raps, I just get it gets me going. But he dropped a 4-pack, and he went over, and then on top of that, he went over the Lemon Pepper Freestyle, which is arguably the hottest song this year so far, the Drake song. So he went over that, and he did a whole 4-pack. But my first song is King Los Lemon Pepper Freestyle.
Did he ever do that battle rap thing he was planning on doing?
He did one.
He did one?
One, yeah.
Who was it with?
But they were trying to do the him and Daylight one because they're both like high knowledge, high consciousness rappers. That would never happen, yeah.
God, I would love to see that.
Well, I think a lot of I could be wrong. I don't want to speak about the URL stuff in Rap Battle. I'm not sure, so I don't know. I feel like they didn't do it as much in this past year because of COVID. And it's used a bunch of people around. But I could be wrong with that.
No, that's probably right.
Yeah,
and they get most of their money from the crowd, I assume, you know.
But, all right, go to your second song.
I don't know if you've heard of this guy, but I just randomly click on his videos. I'll check. I find my new music on Rap Radar, like the same as Vinnie. But I'll give guys a chance, and I'll click on him, and I'll listen for like the first 30 seconds. And most guys don't get to me because it's kind of the same trap shit for the most part. But I clicked on this Deontay Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
He just dropped an album.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him before. Rose's Freestyle.
Is it R&B?
No,
it's rap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rose's Freestyle, which is Roses Really Smell. Right. Who's saying that?
Yeah, Outkast.
Outkast, yeah. It's a freestyle over that switch up beat. It's a mix, but I was impressed. So it's going to take my second spot. I'm going to do a little deeper dive in him. He's cool.
Okay, cool.
But Deontay Hitchcock, Roses Freestyle.
So we're doing some video breakdowns after this. So I would do Vinnie Paz, Poppy Wardrobe. Yeah. But for the sake that we're doing it.
I still haven't listened to it.
Okay, cool. I haven't watched the video. We're going to do a video reaction here soon. But for the sake of the song, I'm going to do it's Grace Weber featuring Chance the Rapper. It's called Through the Fire. That song's great. I played it in the car, and Alec was like, who is that? But that song is incredible. Grace Weber, Chance the Rapper, Through the Fire. Chance been getting in his bag. So,
do you think this is a lead out to Chance album, or
I don't know.
is he just dropping little singles?
Yeah, I don't know. I think some of these guys, I'm wondering, like Chance and Macklemore and Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, even Drake with his album, or maybe they're waiting for touring.
Macklemore is inactive unless he wants to talk about Trump or something. So
No, just
maybe
that
he's
one.
trying to get a CNN spot instead of rapping
Look at
anymore.
that. Come on. Macklemore in his bag like that.
Yeah.
He was talking about George Bush back in the album we love from back in the day. He just does that. He's a left-sided guy from Seattle, but so he talks shit about George Bush and Trump, but Macklemore's my guy.
But he hasn't been dropping
No, he has
music.
a new thing. It's called Bogey. Something, Bogey, pull it up on YouTube real quick. That's kind of funny. Can you pull it up real quick? Just click on where you have Bear Friends with Bert Kreischer. Is that something we're doing here? Or do you just have that here? What?
I was probably
Let's
watching
do
that
that for a
earlier. What am I looking at?
Just search Macklemore on YouTube. Just go to this thing. I've been meaning to tell you this anyway. Macklemore. And just go to his channel. I didn't know he's on GQ recently. That's it. Presenting Bogey Boys. Yeah, you haven't been up to date. We don't have to watch it. Don't watch it. But
What is it?
I was gonna tell you. I don't know.
Oh, you just wanted me to click on it?
Yeah, I've watched it, but I still don't get what they're talking about.
He's
Is it like
probably-
a show or something?
Yeah. What? What is going on here? Huh. I don't know.
Last little thing here. What's weirder, Machine Gun Kelly with the blood in his necklace, or Lil Nas X's whole gig?
Listen, I have a girl.
It's a yes or question.
Definitely Lil Nas X shit.
And how'd you feel about Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, more importantly, Travis Scott and Kourtney Kardashian? That one's really
Not
weird.
Travis Scott. What's his name?
I mean,
The drummer.
Yeah, Travis
Barker.
Barker. There you
Yeah.
go.
And
And
at the UFC.
and Kourtney Kardashian. Yeah, they had some celebrities ringside, cage side at the UFC event this
I'm
past
trying to
weekend.
get that
And
seat.
that was one of the funniest parts that really broke the web when they were sitting together. It was Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly, and then the next they were sitting on like couches, little chair things. Next one was Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. And then just to make it fun, and then Joe Burrow's in the back like a thug. That's funny. I still think we should put like 100 on the Bengals to win it all. No, you know what we're going to do? It's not going to be the Super Bowls. We're going to do to win the division. That's a safer bet. I want to do that with Jaguars, Lions, and the Bengals.
Damn.
Yeah, because I was going to put money on the Super Bowl. They're going to win the Super Bowl, but maybe they could steal the division or something.
What were the Bengals' record last year?
Bad, but Burrow got hurt, remember?
Yeah,
Mid-season towards
that's
ACL, so...
Yeah. Real quick on music, since Drake dropped those few songs, is that pushing? When do you think he's gonna drop? Summer maybe.
We'll see. I think they're all waiting for just to know they can tour.
Yeah.
Because they make so much money touring.
Russ just pushed his tour back to 2022.
He dropped a new song, too.
Yeah, that's a
Bankrupt.
single.
Yeah.
That's a single. I don't know if that's
It's a
leading
single?
into. Yeah. I think that might be-
Soft song. It's not my appetite, but...
Bankrupt. It sounded pretty good for a slow
Yeah,
song.
I honestly turned it off. I need to play it again. I just
Really?
wasn't looking for that vibe right at that moment. But
Yeah.
I do like some of his slow songs like that.
Yeah.
Also, NF dropped that mixtape. I know you probably didn't listen to it. I was
Yeah.
actually playing it in the car, and Hendrix goes, "Is that Eminem?" I'm like, "No, but he does sound like Eminem." And actually,
Yeah.
we got back in the car after we got breakfast, and he goes, "Put that guy back on." So he liked it. The
Oh,
NF.
really?
the
You like
NF.
it now?
Then we went to Rise and Shine Steakhouse. The breakfast stuff. Yeah, he's like, "Is that Eminem?" I'm like, "Nah." But when we got back in the car, he's like, "Put that music back on." So he liked NF. But we only played for like the first like 3-4 songs. So, but I know he dropped a mixtape. I know there's a bunch of NF lovers out there.
Hendrix is our first guest
Hendrix our
on
first
the podcast.
guest. Kinda. We had a first
Well,
guest at the beginning,
yeah,
but that didn't even
that
make it.
podcast didn't even make
Yeah,
it. So,
so.
Henny
Good job,
Benny,
buddy.
first guest
How
on the
many-
Candy
what-
Show.
Let's do some end with some subscribe stuff. We're about to be done. All right. So that's it, right? That's we're done, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
Candy
it.
Show episode 9. What are we gonna do? Like? Tell them like.
Like,
Subscribe.
subscribe,
Comment.
comment down below.
Download. What else?
Down
Hit the
below.
chime button. Hit the chime button. And
All
we're
that.
on Spotify, Apple Music. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on
TikTok,
Apple Music. Follow our
Instagram.
TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Don't be a bum. Work out. Eat better. Drink some water. Get some rest. Build your life from inside. That's it. Candy Show episode 9. Yeah.
Peace.